Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls, hi. So to kick it off with the first one is school. Now when I walk outside of my building where I live, there's a school beside me. It's called Emory. Why this came into play and why I chose to talk to you about the school is, for one, I went to it for adult school, and two, because I see the kids for the parents within this building that go to that school. They're forever skipping, by the way. Anyways, school definition is an institute for educating children, a day's work at school, lessons, right? Any institution at which instructions is given in a particular discipline, a college or university. Now the key definitions of the two definitions of the four in this are a day's work at school, lessons, and any institution at which instructions is given in a particular discipline. Now the reason why I'm pointing out those two definitions when it comes to school is simply because they are an institute, right? Just like a jail is an institute, right? With them being institutes, they're also a faction within a government structured system, right? Is what a school is. The school and the next definition, when it talks about a day's work at school lesson, right? When you go to school, you are there taught to learn something, right? Stuff like that. The problem is you're not learning nowadays at school. You are more memorizing when you are at school. You are not learning. You are not getting information as to, say, things you need to know. More or less, it would be more garbage than actual information. Now, I could speak of this because I went back there, right? And when I went back there, I couldn't understand what the hell they were teaching. I didn't know what that was they were teaching in the school. Now, when I went back and did English. I did all of these things, all the computer classes. I did all the Englishes, everyone, university, college, I did them all, right? I figured, upgrade. Let's see if you're missing anything. It turns out I wasn't missing anything. As a matter of fact, you should be there 5 days a week. I was skipping about 2 days every week, right? So for me to say this, it's because school doesn't have any information being given. They are not teaching the kids anything to back up my speech. Even when my kids went to school, I had to consistently ask them, what are they teaching them? For half of the things I just say to them, they have no idea what I'm talking about. So it goes to show the curriculum has changed. It goes to show that they have literally wiped out a lot of curriculum and information that should be given to these kids, meaning that they are not prepared to go out into the world based off of what they are teaching within the school system, right? Now, when it comes to school system, I also have to go back to who runs over the school, and who runs over the school are principals, right? A definition of a principal is first in rank in importance / chief, right? Main leading, right? Is the principal. Next definition in brackets of money. Pay attention now. Constituting the original sum invested or lent, right? That is principal, like the principal that is at the school. Yes. Not principal, the other one where it's CIPLE, not that principal. That definition goes for a principal in the school. In brackets of money constituting the original sum invested or lent. Pay attention. A head, ruler, or superior. What? Head, ruler, or superior. Right? The head of some schools, college, and universities, the leading performer in a concert play, the person actually responsible for a crime. Principal. A person actually responsible for a crime is in the definition within the dictionary for a principal of a school. The leading player in each section of an orchestra, which we are not talking about no form of a principal when it comes to music, right? So key information here is in brackets of money constituting the original sum invested or lent. Now that by itself should let you know that school is made up of a fundraiser. School is made up of a profit, right? School that you have your kids go into has all to do with how many kids are in there for how much one gets paid for as much kids are in that institution, just like a prison. See, you get paid amount of money in the prison institution based off of how much are in there, right? And that is why they lock up a whole lot of y'all asses to keep that money flowing, right? Now the school is also the same thing, right? So when I say they aren't teaching you anything, they are not teaching you anything, because school is not about teaching you anything. School is actually about making money, right? Now when they tell you you have to be there for the hours, clearly you're not getting paid. Obviously they are getting paid, but you're not getting paid to go there. An example of school for you guys currently and presently is simply this. When they go to school and they come home with forms, the forms usually tell them that something is going on in the school and this is what's going on. You have to sign this form, and this form that you're signing waivers the fact that we are not responsible for any harm that comes to your child. But yet your child is in their care for how much hours? For the hours they are getting paid. Pay attention, right? For that is school currently. School is just a profit. They're not teaching your kids anything in school presently at all whatsoever. School right now is all about memorization. Basically, they put them in front of a computer and they are there to basically memorize information and then do a test on what they had memorized. Is what school is, ladies and gentlemen, right? If they take a trip with the kids, again, the form states anything happens to that child is not their responsibility. They have your child most of the day, most of the hours within the days, and they feel that they shouldn't be responsible for that child, but yet they should get paid for that child. Again, why is your kid at school? Institution. Why is it an institution? For it's only a set up for them to get paid. No other reason. Just for them to get paid. When they say your kid has to be there, it's because a certain amount of people have to be there for the teacher to get paid. It has nothing to do with making sure your kid's good while they're there. It has nothing to do with making sure your kid's getting an actual education, for they ain't teaching them anything. So why do kids go to school every single day for how much hours for the day? And they're not learning anything. They're only memorizing something for a time being, and then it's going to not stay in there anyways, in their brain. For they didn't have to learn anything, all they had to do was memorize it. And on top of memorizing, it was nothing that they needed to learn, for they're not learning anything. So what is the school system for? It's an institution to hold a capacity of people so that one can get paid. I go by the name Wiseoneteach. Teach. You could call me Teach, or you can call me T. If you like this video, please thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. And y'all have a good day.